Bill Elliott in search of a win. Matt Kenseth in search of a championship. Clear sailing, Bill. Jack Roush, one more lap, he says. One more. And the checkered flag is in the air. It'll be Bill Elliott. With his first win of 2003 at Rockingham today, Matt Kenseth comes to the line, finishing fourth, and Matt Kenseth is the 2003 NASCAR Winston Cup Series champion. There is a lot of
What you've just seen was history being made, not just the end of a race, but you saw multiple factors, and we're going to talk about it here today. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Wherever you are, you're watching Speedway Nostalgia. I'm Josh.
I'm Caleb.
And we're bringing you the 2003 Pop Secret 400 from Rockingham. It's going to be the last race at Rockingham for the Cup Series until, obviously, what NASCAR is working on now. But give us your take right off the bat, just your initial thoughts.
Well, for the last race at Rockingham for the Cup Series, that was a really good race. There was so many guys at so many different points. You thought, oh, well, this looks like the race winner. Like, I'm sure you can take it away from here. But the race was definitely up and down in a lot of ways for a lot of different drivers, for sure.
So a few takeaways from this thing. So you see what we got right here. Of course, now I can say hashtag sponsored from Circle B Diecast, motorsportsauctions.com. Go check them out. And that's really all I got to say right now. Actually, I'm really looking forward to working with those guys. They're great to work with, and we actually got both of these off the auction block. And this one is actually a winter circle, and this one is from a Lionel Racing one. But anyway. We have to feature our diecast. I love the diecast. The diecasts are awesome, and lots more coming down the road too. So I'm super excited. But featuring these two cars, why? Because this is going to be the race where Matt Kenseth seals the deal and takes his 2003 NASCAR Winston Cup Championship. But it's also going to be the final race for the one and only
Bill Elliott. It's kind of sad.
You know, going back and looking at it, it was, I've always said, and I'm a nostalgic person, hence Speedway Nostalgia, but, I've always said, and I've seen this online a few times, is you hit save game on your tablet for the last time one day and you didn't even know it.
Oh, yeah.
You rode your bike to your friend's house for the last time and didn't even know it. You went to your last NASCAR race and didn't even know it. Obviously not my case or in your case. Bill Elliott won this race and he had no idea that this was his last win. But it's also one that broke a losing streak.
Last race won was the previous year at Indianapolis, Brickyard 400. Hey, that was, I guess, the time of point in Elliott's career where he was just slowly just slacking off, I guess. And it was cool he was able to pull out this win, and that car looked pretty cool out there too.
No, I was a fan, and just so everybody's aware, or any fact checkers out there, this is not the 2003 car, and this is not the 2003 car. This was actually from 2001. This is actually from 1999. Both cars, not a big deal, but we still feature them. So going into this race, though, Ryan Newman, for the 11th time this season, is going to be on the pole. This was actually his third pole in the row. And, so many people had nicknames back then. Joe Nemechek, Front Row Joe, because he always started, he always qualified well. And Ryan Newman, without a doubt, Rocket Man. But Ryan Newman's going to start on the pole. This race actually is what sealed the deal for a lot of controversy, because it was this race where NASCAR had decided that the traditional point system just ain't good enough anymore, because Matt Kenseth, he won the championship based off of consistency alone. He had one win in the 2003 season.
Well, the point system for me in that, which I've heard your opinion on it. You said you liked this point system, right? Like just everything about it was pretty good. But, and I guess I could get where they're coming from. Well, it was his only win, but I don't know. I wouldn't complain that much about it. I think that point system was, from what I've heard about it, is really just good. And I mean, that'd be cool for them I feel like it'd be cool for them to go back now. But I mean, they've obviously turned to the chase. But
I'm not sore at the chase.
No, I'm glad. I'm happy
it's a step in the right direction. Am I still,
better?
is it still my cup of tea? No, but it does take me back to the early 2000s roots, so,
Yeah.
or I guess mid 2000s. So Matt Kenseth, he wins the 2003 championship off consistency alone. Bill Elliott, he's going to win his final race. And right off the bat, Bill Elliott, he's going to qualify fifth, and he's going to enjoy it for less than 24 hours because he's going to go to the rear of the field starting the race.
Yeah, and that's a bummer. I think it was because of engine trouble. He had to switch out engines.
Yeah, well, he had engine failure. He blew his engine.
Yeah, and that's just one of those moments. Like, man, which his car. I mean, it definitely proved him wrong. Like he was flying. Just Elliott, I think, was out of all the drivers, which Kenseth was fast, and Jimmy Johnson. But Elliott kept making the step in the right direction. Like he kept progressing forward
Right.
during the whole race. While some drivers like Matt Kenseth, that pit stop, which we'll get to, that sent him to the rear of the field. Jimmy Johnson was off and on, I guess. He came kind of later in the race, but Elliott from the beginning, and I had updated what coverage was. He was running this, or he'd make up 3 spots in like a lap. So he was. I mean, Elliott was fast.
You kept up with a lap by lap?
Not like every 5 to 10 laps. It was Elliott's running here because of.
Folks, this is why I am a proud father.
Not sure.
The boy kept up with lap times on Bill Elliott.
It's a big achievement.
I'm impressed, and I'm a proud father. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You can take over the show.
I don't know if I'd be too good at it. But, I feel like taking over the show would be kind of difficult too at the same time. Because I don't know the whole, I'm not that good at editing, I guess. I don't know. It's awkward for me, I guess. But yeah, so back to the race. I'm trying to do my best here without my partner here because he's the one who had me come on the show and he's the one who wanted me to continue doing the show with him. So it's kind of hard to do it alone, but just part of it. Oh, he's back. I'm happy now. Serious.
So we're going to get a few laps in. How'd you do?
Best I could.
I mean, a little peek behind the camera. I was just standing right over there.
Well, when we go and rewatch it, you'll be like, take back the proud moment. Oh, there it is.
No, not at all. But Ryan Newman and Jeremy Mayfield is going to be battling out for just a little while. Jeremy Mayfield, this was a good time in his career, and it was this week of this race. They announced that he had signed a contract extension with Abraham, and it was kind of bittersweet too because obviously he was doing good. His career was kind of going in that right direction, and Bill Elliott, while he's dominating, he's dominating lap times because he's getting some of the best lap times and moving his way up front, and obviously eventually going to win the race. But he was not going to be in this 9 car the next season. He was going to be passing the torch on to Casey Kane at the end of the season with two races left, and he wasn't too sure what he was going to do. But it's kind of neat watching this race, and you see Jeremy Mayfield, and he's excelling, and he's especially in this race, he did really good throughout this race. But knowing that Bill Elliott, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what's going through his mind while he's in that car, knowing that this chapter is closing, and then there was no bad blood. He was very appreciative that Abraham gave him a shot and gave him a chance. And, in this 9 car, not only putting him back in the 9 car, but he took the 9 back to victory lane a few times.
Like I said, I don't think Elliott was, which Elliott had a strong career, but he was probably like, let's just get one more good run, I guess, one more strong run. And I mean, he did, but I don't know. For me, I would be like, man, this is kind of like all the memories and I guess racing, and then this is going to be, which I mean, he had a couple, spot on races, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure all kind of feelings in that.
Well, he may have been feeling weird, not knowing what the future held for him. And I mean, if driver's popular as good as Bill Elliott, but something else that I found weird was watching Ward Burton running up front in that zero car. It was, I'm so used to seeing Scott Wimmer's in the 22 car this race, but seeing Ward Burton in the 0 car was just awkward.
For me, that didn't go right. Like, that's just I don't fit. I mean, he was fast. in the beginning. I guess he kind of slacked off, but
Well, I
that
mean,
just I don't know. It was weird.
Ward Burton and Bill Davis Racing kind of went together like lamb and tuna.
Lamb.
Ham
Who
and
puts
burger.
lamb with tuna?
Ham and burger.
I think it was good.
All right.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think it was good.
So Ward Burton actually got his first win at Rockingham. Did you know that?
I did, along with a few other drivers.
Yep.
Johnny Allison, Mark Barton, and Johnny Benson.
Johnny Benson got one. It was just prior to this. He was in the number 10 Valvoline car actually. That I'm hoping that Circle B is going to send me a diecast for it. That way we can cover that.
Yes.
So hashtag send it to me.
That'll be a new one. Send it to me. Hashtag send it.
Hashtag send it to me. I'm gonna practice it.
Make a t-shirt out of it.
Hashtag
Send it to.
but yes, Mark Martin's going to get his first win at Rockingham. Donnie Allison, Ward Burton, Johnny Benson. Ward Burton was phenomenal through this whole race. He started losing it towards the end, but he ran up front in that Net Zero car pretty much all led several laps.
Yeah, and he seemed like one of those guys that like I bet he'll contend for the win for sure. But I don't know. Towards the end of that race, you just slowly seen him.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, he wasn't like terrible. Just
a lot of guys in this race, it was a tire issue. Tire people. I mean, they were negotiating. Teams were negotiating with each other for tires throughout this race.
I think they said a set of tires. I may be wrong, but it's 1,600. I can't remember if you heard there.
Well, lap 40, Ryan Newman's going to start complaining. He'd been dominating the whole race. I say him and Jeremy Mayfield. He's going to, he started changing the line he was running, trying to help his car because his car was just super top. At lap 45, you're going to see a big battle. This was where I was saying Ward Burton was fast. You're going to start seeing a big battle for the top three positions, first, second, third, with Jeremy Mayfield, Ryan Newman, and Ward Burton sneaking in there. And on lap 48, Ward Burton's going to take the lead, and when he takes the lead, he's just going to start driving away.
And that's one thing Newman couldn't do, was he could not just have a comfortable lead over those guys. And then, Burton, like I said, Burton just had he had the dominant car at that time. So many drivers had the dominant car at their time. And then, I mean, Bill Elliott obviously had I'd probably say the best car right there. But
he definitely had the fastest. Lap 61, Bill Elliott, he's going to move up to 18th. So in 61 laps, he went from dead last to 18th at a track that it's easy to pass at, but it's not easy to gain ground at because of the tire issues everybody was having. But yeah, he was really having no issues with it.
And that was just, there's some guys out that race, it's just their race. I mean, everything goes perfect for them.
Lap 77, you're going to see the first caution come out. Derek Cope's going to spin out on us.
And that hard, I don't know. I can't remember how exactly that happened, but this caution was the one that started so many other cautions. And they kept saying throughout the race, cautions, breed cautions. But
good grief, it did.
And I can't remember how many cautions total was the race.
So they tied the record. I think it was 10. It was 10 or 11. I can't remember if they broke there. I do know when Kenny Schrader wrecked there towards the end, they had tied, but I can't remember if they had another caution after that.
I think, that might have been the last caution. But after this, which there was a time period during that race, it was towards the end with about 60-something laps to go. But it's kind of calmed down, except for the battles for the lead. But up until like lap 77 and on for a good ways, cautions over and over.
And their philosophy like they just couldn't get going. You're gonna see the first round of pit stops right here. Mayfield, Burton, and McMurray, who just popped up out of nowhere.
Well, I think he was actually. I know he started in top 10, but I think he might have took Elliott's spot from fifth. I think that might have been it. But McMurray was up there definitely until.
Well, and he was actually in a Rookie of the Year battle. So Jamie McMurray was battling Greg Biffle for Rookie of the Year honors. You know, they're gonna go at it a few times during this race. Actually, spin out together later on in the race, and then by lap 84, you're gonna get your second caution. And this kind of brought a little bit of controversy to the race. This was Gordon. So Gordon's going down the backstretch, and you see Ryan. I don't know if Ryan Newman just bounced off the wall. All at one point,
Yeah,
you
he
see him
did.
bounce off the wall, but he loses control, and he just can't gain control back. And Gordon finally just said, "That's enough."
And Gordon, I mean, he let him know too. I mean, he spun him out good. I mean, there was no mercy there. But yeah, they were battling for position. I think Gordon spun him on turn 3, and then he got penalized for it.
Yeah, what Gordon wants, Gordon gets. I don't know if he wanted a penalty, but he got it. And
That's
he's
very true. It's so true.
He says over the radio, "I'm sorry, guys, but he drilled me going down the backstretch." So Gordon actually took responsibility for it.
Yeah.
He just said he lost his cool,
Did
and he gets black flagged, and he's going to be held for a lap.
Mhm.
And openly admitting what he did in today's NASCAR, that'll get you in trouble. Just ask Ryan Preece.
I don't know. That entire deal is so messed up.
So we're going to restart at lap 90, and Jerry Mayfield's going to be in the lead.
And Elliott running 7th at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still climbing up.
I can't remember what he did on pit road, but he actually had a really good pit stop. His crew, and this was something else too that I forgot about, but his pit crew was pretty dominating. They did pit crew championships.
Oh, yeah.
For fastest pit stops and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And they had a competition and everything. Elliott's pit crew blew it out of the water.
Elliott had that entire team was pretty strong. I feel like they always, just worked together.
On lap 93, Dale Jarrett, he's going to slide into Casey Mears, and then that's going to knock him into Kurt Busch.
And Kurt Busch took a hit
yes,
to
he
his
did.
fender. I mean, knocked the entire thing completely in. And Casey Mears, his car was basically flattened. That right side of the car was just all pushed in and out. Which those cars, I mean, you go 3 wide and you rub together, they look like they just went a way worse wreck than they had.
Well, so from that caution, they're going to restart on lap 99, and Gordon, he's going to get his lap back. He was in front, so they didn't have to do the lucky dog. This was when the lucky dog era was big. You get the free pass. Gordon was already technically considered tail end of the lead lap because he had gotten his lap back. Then Jeff Burton's going to spin, and Gordon's going to circle around, and now he's not only is he back on the lead lap, but now he's back in the pack.
Yeah, and you got to know, like, okay, as you like to say, I got my bearings straight.
And get your bearings straight.
He's back in it, and which Gordon didn't really put on that good of a show up front. Like, I mean, I guess he normally does it at every racetrack, but he just kind of hung out. I mean, he was there definitely, but he wasn't contending for the win for sure.
Well, what Gordon does show, though, is he does an amazing job at avoiding wrecks.
Yeah, they made that comment.
Right here, so at lap 107, Bill Elliott, he's going to be up to 5th, and this is when you're going to see another caution. And 2 rookies that we were just talking about, Greg Biffle, Jerry Murray, and it wasn't either one of their faults. I can't remember. We're watching the replay right now, but you're going to see these 2 somehow get into each other, and Biffle is going to smack. No, was it McMurray? Who smacked the wall and ended up having to change the radiator out?
That was McMurray.
Okay.
See, Biffle was coming. I think Biffle just snapped loose.
Right.
Coming off turn 2, I think. And then a few rows back, McMurray gets checked up with a couple guys, and then that just sends him sliding. And it looked like Biffle was okay. He never touched the inside wall. And then McMurray, comes on in and, makes contact with Biffle's bumper and then hits the inside wall, and that completely knocks the radiator, destroys it.
Well, and then through all of that, the big story through that wreck was Jeff Gordon barely squeezing by and barely almost, within inches from Greg Biffle spinning. And you just see the smoke clearing, and here comes that 24 car.
And they made it they made that comment. Well, Gordon knows how to get his way through wrecks for sure.
And he did. Lap 130, you're going to see Bill Elliott and Jimmy Johnson battling for 5th. Bill Elliott, it was just, I respected that man so much, and seeing that red car, I mean, Bill Elliott was just, he was a driver's driver.
Yeah.
Now, and a lot of people say, I've actually heard people say, when they talk about Chase Elliott, well, he's so good and everything. So his dad was so underrated. His dad was not underrated. He was the most popular driver. there has been 2 names in the last 40 years under popular driver status: Elliott and Earnhardt.
Yeah.
I don't know how people say he was underrated. He was not underrated.
No,
he got the credit he deserved.
And the fans the fans definitely let people know. Like, he
Oh
was
yeah.
the
When he would take
popular
lead during this
driver.
race, boy, they would start. Now I think his fandom kind of started falling off during this time because Junior had started kind of taking that spot. But you're going to see seeing this veteran racing against this young, not rookie. He's a year removed from his rookie year, but Jimmy Johnson. Just I don't know. What I liked about this race is you've seen a lot of clean racing. They all race each other clean.
And like I said, when we watched the race, Rockingham was one of those tracks that looked like a fun racetrack to race each other. It wasn't too big and it wasn't too small, and the embankment was really steep. But yeah, all those guys, they were so good at what they did.
Oh yeah,
racing each other. I mean,
Matt Kenseth, everybody was avoiding him like the plague
because they didn't want to be known as that driver.
They did not want to be the guy who took out the championship contender, but the guy who's going to win the championship that day. So Matt Kenseth, when he would come back, especially lap cars, they were just shipped out of the way. It was funny watching it.
No, mess with that.
So on lap 132, Kevin LePage is going to blow an engine. What was your favorite Kevin LePage paint scheme?
Same thing with Robert Presley. I'd probably have to say primary. There's
what
one reason.
What was that?
Well, there's one reason. Because that's the only one I know of, and I don't even know the sponsor. So that's what you say to those drivers that. I mean,
Kevin LePage is driving the number 4 Kodak car. Okay, I'm going to give you some. It's Morgan McClure Motorsports.
Okay.
All right. Now let me ask you a few questions about Morgan McClure.
Oh boy.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right.
Man.
How long was that race team in operation?
I don't know.
From 1983 to 2010.
Oh, that's a good. I don't know. For a no-name team.
Well, for a no-name team, how many wins do you think they had?
I don't know.
14.
Man, you know your stuff.
You know how many of those were Daytona 500s?
Oh, man.
3.
Okay, they're not a no-name team. That's a good team.
Do you know what drivers won the Daytona 500s for Morgan McClure Motorsports? No, don't be cheating.
I didn't know.
Ernie Irvin in 91 and Sterling Marlin in 94 and 95.
Okay, some big name drivers.
So the first race that Morgan McClure Motorsports was in, first race, what was it? Do you know? Talladega, 1983.
Oh.
Do you know the last race they were in? Bristol in 2009. You say, well, I thought they were in business till 2010. They're actually in business till 2012, but from 2010 on, they were in business and they would show up at the racetrack, but all of their race credits did not qualify. So they didn't qualify for any of the races from 2010. Now, notable drivers that raced for Morgan McClure Motorsports. 94 through 97, Sterling Marlin.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy Spencer. 2006, 2007. Wood Button.
Big name drivers.
Yep. So you know what the first top 10 they ever got? What? Was with Mark Martin in Talladega in 1983.
Wow.
First top 10 they ever got. You know what the first top 5 they ever got?
What?
Charlotte in 1985. You know who the driver was? Joe Ruttman. What was your favorite race that Joe Ruttman ever ran in?
Dude, why don't you start asking me these with, like, I don't know. I can't. I feel weird saying well known or no name now because of the information you just gave me.
What was their first win?
What?
It was Ernie Irvin, Daytona 500, 91. No. What was their last win?
What's that?
Bobby Hamilton, Martinsville, 1998.
Nice. That's good.
Just so, information. Do any of you ever watch the show The Floor on Fox? You just kind of reminded me of that show where those times where the person just goes pass, 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 pass. That's what you kept reminding me.
Well, it's one of those subjects you don't know nothing about.
Well, if it wasn't for my handy dandy notebook, I wouldn't.
Is that your Your friend?
That's my friend, yeah.
Okay.
On lap 186, Bill Elliott's going to take the lead. And a little while after that, we're going to zoom in on Dale Jarrett. And Dale Jarrett is just going to give us a quick update on why they're struggling so bad this season. Check it out.
The season so far, we talked with Dale about the struggle that's been 2003 earlier this weekend.
The hardest part has been on days that we have performed in a reasonable manner. The finishes don't show that. And then we've had so many bad days that you put all of that together, it looks like everything was just horrible. But we have made gains. And
at this time, did you know where Dale Jarrett was in points?
I do not.
This is just pop quiz Thursday.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start giving you pop quizzes.
He was 26 in points. Yeah, how many wins he had so far? 1. That 1 win was his only top 5 for the season.
Huh. Wow.
You know how many top 10s he had?
Nope.
Actually, I'm having a look.
Finally.
7.
Wow.
7 top 10s for the whole year. And you know how many laps he led that season up to this point?
15.
No, actually, for the whole season of 2003. Now, he's got a win. He's got a top 5.
Right.
49.
Oh, okay.
8 DNFs. Needless to say,
Oh,
2003
man.
was not Dale Jarrett's year. And I hated that because Dale Jarrett was actually in my top 5 of favorite drivers.
Respectable driver.
Yes, I thought a lot of Dale Jarrett. I enjoyed watching Dale Jarrett on the track. I loved the big brown trout.
Wasn't expecting.
1999 Winston Cup champion.
No, yeah.
But no, I always Dale Jarrett was always in my top 5. Martin's going to blow an engine, and he's going to blow it during pit stops. And this is where, as they say, this changes everything because Matt Kenseth, points leader, is driving around racing like a good American citizen, and he's going to go to pit road, and he straddles the commitment line and makes a hard right turn not to go to pit road
After the commitment line.
right after the commitment line. I mean, he had no way of calling it.
No, I mean, that was one of those unfortunate moments. You just gotta
I had to
live with it.
I had to disagree with NASCAR's decision on that one as we was watching.
Mhm.
I get it, rules are rules, but I mean, my goodness, he had already made the decision to come to pit road. You know, if it's closed, it's closed, but don't penalize him for not coming just because he didn't. You know, he passed. It's closed. Okay, you gotta survive it until. But that caused a mess.
And they took them like 5 minutes to sort it out, but because there was several drivers that pitted before that,
Right.
and they were all considered a lap down now. So he was, that thing happened. You know, the whole pit stop was messed up.
There
So he
wasn't-
misses his pit. Right, he misses his pit stop. So he'll restart the tail end of that lead lap. But there were 6 cars on the lead lap, and
Right.
he was one of those 6. So he restarted 6.
That
on
was
lead
the
lap.
mess.
And that, I mean, trying to sort all that out was just
All these
crazy.
cars pitting, and you had all these good cars throughout the day. And when he blew that engine in the middle of pit stops, 6 cars was on the lead lap. And
But he
they-
was one of those 6, so he was fine.
right. And so the way it cycled around before the restart, it ended up being 7 cars. But there were 6 cars on the tail end. Now, when we say tail end of the lead lap, you have, and we're just going to use our Circle B diecast race cars here. So you have, this is your front driver. This is first place. Okay. The tail end of the lead lap meant, let's just say Matt Kenseth was on the tail end of the lead lap. That would put Matt Kenseth right here on the restart. Although Matt Kenseth is on the lead lap, this is considered tail end. So the leader's right here. Matt Kenseth is going to restart right here. They're not going to bring him around to right here. It's going to put him on tail end. Makes sense.
I would not want to be in the booth with those guys when they're or NASCAR, anyways.
Around lap 256, Jimmy Johnson, he's going to take the lead, and then he's going to turn the rocket launchers and afterburners on.
Well,
He
that
just
was when
took off.
him and Elliott were trying to. That was when all that mess was being sorted out.
Yes.
everybody was all jumbled up, and then Jimmy Johnson just found some daylight, I guess, and he dove low, and
Oh yeah, Elliott, he was stuck behind
yeah,
all the lap
he was just
cars.
trying to get around all the guys, and that's what messed
He
him
could-
up at that time period.
And of course, because when you're going back and watching these races, I mean, you're really getting into it, and you think to yourself, like, I don't know if Bill Elliott's going to pull it off, because you get so into it, you forget. Wait, no, I mean, he is going to win.
Mhm.
But I mean, you're just into it. That's because NASCAR was so great back then.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson, I mean, in 2003, he had a pretty good year. He had 3 wins.
Mhm.
All right. He was second in points. And at this point, Dale Jr. went into this race second in points. And then by race end, Jimmy Johnson had moved up to second.
But Junior was actually good in this race. They were talking about that pre-race. He said, Junior's never had a good, I guess, turnout here. And he was fast up until, I mean, he wasn't, but he slowly started slacking down to where he was not a factor anymore.
Well, starting to turn into this race now, Matt Kenseth, who, he suffered because of the pit stop situation. But now he's come back around, and this is when the announcer started realizing Matt Kenseth is going to give Jack Roush his first ever Winston Cup championship.
Which he almost got one.
Oh,
Mark Martin in 1990 at Richmond. Because it was him and Earnhardt battling for points. And what happened was they penalized Mark Martin.
He got screwed, but go ahead.
They penalized him 36 points. And then he lost the championship to Dale Earnhardt, 26 points below Earnhardt. And that, he was so close to getting Jack Roush's championship.
Remember what the penalty was for?
I do not. I was not.
It was a manifold spacer. It had nothing to do with the performance of the car.
And that's just...
And I know, and Benny Parsons mentioned this during the race, Jack Roush was very bitter at NASCAR for a while during that time. And then you fast forward into 2002, and so the start of the Talladega race, Talladega Fall race, which I was there, but that's when him and Jimmy Johnson on the pace laps, he was warming his tires up at his steering wheel as he's going back and forth, warming his tires up. The steering wheel stuck. And he just plows right into Jimmy Johnson on the front row, and both of them, before the race even started, had to go a lap down.
And that's Talladega.
Because they waved the green flag, even though both teams was asking them not to. They're saying, hold off the green flag, and NASCAR wouldn't do it. So they dropped the green flag, and Jimmy Johnson, he had no choice but to pit. Mark Martin had no choice but to pit. But he also got, at Rockingham, a 25-point penalty, causing him to lose to Tony Stewart by 48 points.
Man, that team just wasn't able to get
and
it.
And then even though it ended up not being close, but 1998, the huge battle, the back and forth with him and Jeff Gordon for the points and the wins. Him and Jeff Gordon both dominated the Winston Cup Series that year. Because, it was one or the other was going to be in the victory lane. 1990, 2002, and 1998 were the 3 bummer years that Jack Roush could have had his first championship with Mark Martin, and it just didn't happen. Mark Martin should have won the championship in 1990.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Mark Martin, in my opinion, is a Cup Series champion. It's just, you got the asterisk by it.
Yeah. And that's just, live with it.
But, Mark Martin can be thanked for setting history, making Dale Earnhardt considered the top 3
7-time champion,
greatest NASCAR drivers ever.
I was just thinking about that.
So Mark Martin, the Earnhardt legacy can thank Mark Martin for doing that for him. Lap 306, Bill Elliott's going to catch up to Jimmy Johnson, and then you're going to start seeing them battle it out pretty much for the rest of the race until that last probably 20 laps where Bill Elliott just wasn't going to be caught.
Until then, no, it was a back and forth.
Yeah, 321.
Great battle.
Lap 321, that's when he's going to take the lead. And then you cracked me up because they were coming back from commercial break. And they were doing their promo for next week's race, and you just see a pit crew run across the screen, and you literally jumped. You're good grief. Well, I thought Dale Jr. was fixing to hit the poor pit crew member. They're watching it right now as we're talking. I
You
think
just don't expect it.
Well, I
mean,
think you were half asleep or something.
Well, I mean, it was late. We're watching the race. I mean, of course, we're into it because we got all these notes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, what the video we were watching, it was really high quality. Normally, you just, you see a race and that doesn't really stick out, but that stuck out. It's like they came out of the TV. Man, that was.
Well, I
that
mean,
was
going
fun.
back and watching that, we had to hit the rewind button because it was funny. Because I mean, if you are watching it, especially on big screen, you're watching it, and as you see it, and I
High
mean,
quality.
it literally looked like a pit crewman was running across the track, and boom, Junior was fixing to hit him. So I literally see you jump, and you go, "Jeez!"
Yeah, I just wasn't expecting it.
Brian Vickers is going to spin Ricky Rudd, and it's also going to catch Ricky Craven.
And that was a hard hit for both of those drivers. Back end of those cars were completely knocked in.
Ricky wasn't too happy. I don't think either Ricky was happy, but Ricky Rudd was pretty mad about it.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate situation.
As the laps wound down, the race wound down, Bill Elliott is going to take the victory. He takes the victory, but you don't immediately see his celebration or his burnouts. All you see is Matt Kenseth do a pretty cool little burnout going through the grass. You don't see grass.
Oh, that was a great burnout.
You don't see grass donuts much these days.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You had quite the notes, didn't you?
6 pages. I was keeping track of everything.
I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Those guys watching are pretty impressed with you too.
Thanks.
Yo, he's a teenager and he's doing really good. I've been really proud of him through this. You've made it 10 episodes now.
Hopefully much more.
Did you know, according to statistics, if we do 11 more episodes, we're considered the top 3 of podcasts?
Yeah, but that top 3 is really hard to make progress in. Well, we can do it.
That top 3 is a very, very successful bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
But
a bunch of them.
According to statistics, if you make it past video 21, you're in the top 3 because most people quit after the 3rd video.
Well, let's make it happen.
So, and well, only y'all can choose that for us. Stay with us as we continue to take this journey. Matt Kenseth, out of 55 years at this time, 55 years of NASCAR Cup Series racing, there had been 26 champions, and Matt Kenseth was number 26. One of those 26 champions was also Bill from Dawsonville.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
I really, like I said, Bill Elliott giving that interview, it's kind of a bittersweet thing because, they're going to go to Homestead to wrap up the season for the rest of the season, and Bobby Labonte's going to win that one.
Yeah.
But I said this race caused a lot of controversy. Why did it cause a lot of controversy? Well, fans did not want to see Rockingham go away.
That's such a good track with Bill.
It was a fun track to watch. I enjoyed watching Rockingham, but they didn't want Rockingham to go away. And this was when a lot of fans started throwing a fit about Matt Kenseth winning the championship with only one win in the season. And that's when NASCAR visited the chase format. Now you look back and they always say, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Because people hated the playoff system, which I did too. I thought it was garbage. The original points system, full season points, is the way to go. My opinion.
But what they got now is better than what they had for sure.
Oh, 100%. So, good race, fun race. I enjoyed it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
All right, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I'm going to go with a thumbs up ski myself.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I enjoyed it. I'm impressed with 6 pages of notes. How many did we get to, though? 3?
We covered at least 3 or 4. There was a lot to cover. But the top 5 finishers were Bill Elliott first, Jimmy Johnson second, Jeremy Mayfield third, Matt Kenseth fourth, and Ryan Newman fifth. And it was funny watching Matt Kenseth let Jeremy Mayfield just go by, just ease it on, keep it going. Don't cause anything.
He said, just go, man. Just go. Just go. And then Junior kind of hung around him those last few laps, because they were rivals. And respectful rivals. Mm-hmm. But Dale Earnhardt Jr., him and Matt Kenseth battled 1998, 1999 for the Busch Series championship, and Junior came out on top on that one.
Yep.
In 2000, they battled for the Rookie of the Year, and Matt Kenseth came out on top on that one. And then, of course, as far as championships go, Matt Kenseth was the one who got the
Yeah,
championship.
and Matt Kenseth this is what a lot of those guys back in that time period said. Matt Kenseth was actually a pretty popular driver. Like, he was almost up there with Dale Jr. Like, he almost beat him for some of those popular driver awards. But I think it's kind of cool. Those guys it reminds me of Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney. Like, they fought together basically as friends, but they were good rivals on their racetrack too.
Well, what did y'all think? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle? Don't put the actual emoji because it'll hurt my algorithm. Just spell out thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle on this race. It was I enjoyed it. I gave it a thumbs up. Are you okay?
Well, that's funny. It hurt algorithm.
Well, you know what? I'm trying to grow something here for us, okay?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get us so good that they'll call us up and say, hey, we want y'all to come record at Talladega.
That's what we needed in that captain.
So
Have Chase come on with us.
y'all help us out. Chase.
Elliott.
Y'all come out and help us out on that. But until next week, you be good.
You be better.
And you be best. And we'll catch you next time on Speedway Nostalgia. Enjoy the clip.
Did not pit. Greg Biffle, one of those, right in front of our leader.
Yeah, they short.